Hey guys, it's Vi, and I was looking at the clock just a few minutes ago, and guess what time it is? Dinner time! So, what's for dinner? Let's find out. So for starters, over here, I'm just gonna pan out this way and see if you can guess. I'm pretty sure you can because, well, yeah, let's just say this is not a very interesting, very difficult dinner. Over here, we have our family sized of Campbell's tomato soup, and I actually have some going on the stove already because this takes quite some time to get warmed up. So a tip for anybody who is making tomato soup or any soup that has milk products in it, you never want to boil your milk. It will scorch it and tastes really bad. So when you cook soup and things like that have milk products in it, you always want to put it on very low, and you just want to warm it up slowly, constantly stirring it. So as soon as this warms up a little bit, I'll be having to stir it a bit. So anyways, let's come back over here. So like I was saying, milk products. When I make my Campbell's chicken, or not Campbell's chicken, Campbell's tomato soup, I actually use milk and about a half a can of water. So we're cooking 2 cans tonight, so I'm going to have to open up this one and put it in there as well. This can I'm going to open, dump it in, and I'm going to put milk, the same amount that's the can, and pour that into the pot behind me. The next thing we're going to have, you can't have tomato soup without grilled cheese sandwiches. So we're going to make some grilled cheese out of this. We've got some Fran's whole wheat bread. We have 2 different kinds of cheese tonight. We can pick from Monterey Jack or Colby Jack, this Tillamook brand, which is a local Oregon brand. And then we picked up some of this garlic butter right here. It's Chef Sammy. I can't even say it. It's Chef Shammy. Gourmet garlic butter with real Parmesan cheese and basil. So we're going to be adding that to the outside of our bread before we toast it up nice. Now, there are a couple things you can do to make tomato soup in a can, less like it was in a can. So you can add stuff like garlic to it, or you can sprinkle in some basil or oregano or something else like that just to give it a little more of a feel. You can also go and get some diced tomatoes or some fresh tomatoes from your garden, and you can chop them in there and put it in with your tomato soup. In doing so, it's going to give it a chunky texture, and it's going to taste more like you made the whole thing from scratch. Tonight, I'm going lazy route, so all I'm doing is opening and dumping and heating. So, yeah. But those are some tricks if you want to take your generic Campbell's soup and turn it into like a homemade soup meal. Alright, so there's one other thing. So the other thing we're having for dinner is over here. These are just some baby carrots that I have put into water. Now when you get little baby carrots like this, if you don't put them in water, they get really dry really fast. So as you can see, there's water in the bottom of this, so they'll still be good when it comes time for snacking. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started with making our grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup. So give me just a couple minutes and I'm going to transfer the soup stuff into the stock pot, and I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, here we go. So I'm gonna show you how I assemble the grilled cheese. So I am a big perfectionist and I can't just do this. So this is how it's gonna look when the whole thing is put together, but it'll have cheese in the middle. So I actually flip mine over because I know that these are gonna have to be where my cheese is at. And this is just how I do it. So I take my garlic butter and I'm gonna put the butter on the other side. So this is the side that's gonna get cooked on the stove. And I'm gonna put some butter, garlic butter here like that. Spread it all nice every corner because you don't wanna miss any of it. It's gonna be nice and golden brown and taste really good. So there's that side. And I'm going to do the same thing to this one. On the side that's going to be cooked, I'm going to put the garlic butter on it. Alright. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to walk this over. Will's being my cameraman for the moment. We're going to walk it over. This isn't currently on, but I just wanted to show you how I put this all together. So it's going to go butter side down, just like that. Then you pick your cheese. We're going to go with some Monterey Jack. You're gonna put your cheese down there. And this, of course, would be on, and it would be piping hot, and this would be sizzling and turning brown on the underside. And then we would put this one just on top like that, so your sandwich is perfect sandwich. And yes, so as soon as the soup is ready, and this is ready to get cooking, we'll see you back here. Alrighty, so I am going to show you what the tomato soup looks like right now. Obviously you can't tell how warm it is, but it no longer has a chill on it, so you can't tell that I have dumped all the milk in there. It's definitely not ready at this point. When tomato soup is done, it's got a nice red color, and right now it's still kind of a pinkish color because the milk hasn't fully mixed in together. So now is a good time to start doing the grilled cheese sandwiches, because this is, like I said, the chill's off of the soup, but it's definitely not ready. And being a family of 6, we have a bunch of sandwiches to get through. So this is nice and warm, and actually while I'm speaking of something warm, I wanted to let you know that I do put my oven at a 170 to keep everything warm. So when we have the grilled cheese off of here, I want us all to eat as a family, because, you know, constantly people make pancakes and it's kind of like, it's off the griddle, everybody eat, you know, as they're ready, everybody goes. Well, this is dinner time and I want us all to eat together. So I have heated the top part of my oven to 170, and we're going to be putting our grilled cheese onto this plate and putting them in there until the soup is done, all the grilled cheese sandwiches are finished, and we're ready to eat. So let's check this out. Let's see if we're making some progress first. Let's find out. Not quite. Okay. So I'm just going to flip that back over because it's not quite ready. Let's turn it up just a bit. I have a power boost setting that gets really hot, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to burn my sandwich. So, alright, well, we'll come back when that's golden and toasty so you can see what it's supposed to look like when it's done. Alrighty, so I just wanted to show you what it should look like on both sides. Now, I also want to draw your attention to the fact that I was using wheat bread. If you were using white bread, this would look a lot lighter than this and be done. You're just kind of lightly toasting the outside and making sure that the cheese on the inside is melted. You don't necessarily want to like toast your bread. You're not making it blackened. Unless, of course, that's how you like grilled cheese. I don't like it that way. Alright, so I will wait and turn the fan on, but it's starting to smoke up in here. I definitely have not been neglecting my soup, just a heads up. When you do soups, especially with milk products, they need constant stirring. For the same reason that I told you want to do it on a lower heat. They scorch very, very easily, so you have to pay attention to them. It's not something you can put on the stove and walk away. Now I gotta put this. Would you mind opening that for me, honey?
Not a problem.
We're gonna put, like I said, I heat this up to a 170 to keep things nice and warm so we can all eat at the same time. So in goes the grilled cheese. It's not gonna cook it anymore, so don't worry about it turning dry or anything. It's just like a nice warm setting. So this is what it looks like midway through, and as soon as dinner is ready, I will show you the finished product. Alrighty, so as you can see, dinner is on the table. If you take a good look at the tomato soup, the lighting may be hard. But as you can see, it's a nice darkish orange color. It's no longer pink. So it's definitely ready. When we ladle this into a bowl, if you want to make it look fancy, here's a quick trick to make it look really good. Once you spoon it in there, you get a little dollop of cream, and you put the cream in there, and it makes it look really, really pretty. So you can even turn your canned soup into something fancy, as well as, like I said earlier, you can change things up. The next thing we have, obviously, is our grilled cheese sandwiches. They are nice, warm, everybody can sit down and eat together, as Aria is stealing food already. And they're nice and crispy and golden and ready for eating, and they look perfect. They did good. With the carrots, I went ahead and drained them because the water isn't necessary at this point anymore, but as you can see by her eating them, you can probably hear it, they're nice and crispy and crunchy, so they didn't get dried out and yucky. So anyways, that's what's for dinner, and I hope you enjoyed this short video on making grilled cheese sandwiches, tomato soup, and side of carrots. Like the video, subscribe to see more. Leave me comments if you guys have any foods you want to see prepared, have any food questions I can try to answer. Leave them down in the comments below. So, until next time guys, take care. Bye!